Satnaam, beautiful souls. My name is Sarah and thank you for joining this yoga practice with me today. So this yoga practice is Kundalini Yoga, and Kundalini is a little different to say Hatha, Vinyasa, Ashtanga for example. Kundalini is working more on the energetic body. So the whole intention mainly of Kundalini Yoga is raising the prana in the body, the energy, to expand consciousness and ultimately bring us closer to divinity, our connection with God. So this is a very sacred yoga which I am training in. So I am currently training to become a certified Kundalini Yoga teacher. So today I wanted to share one of my practices with you, and this Kundalini session is going to be focused on activating the energy in the heart center. So in this class we will be releasing any blocks within our heart center, anything that is preventing us from receiving love, giving love, and most importantly, loving ourselves. So the class will be around 1 hour long, so do be prepared that this is a full Kundalini class that I'm giving here. So it's important to be comfortable and to be aware that with Kundalini Yoga, there will be certain poses that might feel difficult, might feel quite challenging. So I will just ask you to please listen to your body. If anything is feeling too intense to the point where you are not feeling well, if you're feeling dizzy, I invite you to take a rest and have some water nearby as well, in case you need to take a little rest. Also, the whole purpose of this yoga, it is challenging because, well, life is challenging, and what we can handle on the mat, we can go out and handle in real life. So I also do encourage you to also push past challenges. So yeah, listen to your body. You are your own wise teacher. So you know what you can handle and what you can't. So let's begin. We will be starting by tuning in with the Adi mantra, and we always do this before Kundalini sessions to connect us with the divine teacher within, which is God. So we are connecting with God by tuning in to this session today. Okay, so rubbing the palms together into prayer pose. We're going to take a deep breath in, eyes closed. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Deep inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And another inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Lovely. So keeping the hands in prayer position. Now we're going to flow into another mantra for protection. So we're asking here for the divine to protect us throughout this session. So you can repeat after me. Deep inhale. Ad Gure Namah, Jugat Gure Namah, Sat Gure Namah, Sri Gurudeve Namah. Deep inhale. Ad Kure Namah, Jugar Kure Namah, Sat Kure Namah, Sri Guru Devai Namah. And one last time. Ad Kure Namah, Jugar Kure Namah, Sat Kure Namah, Sri Guru Devai Namah. Lovely. Bringing the hands gently down, back to the knees. And just take a little moment to let that energy integrate. Okay, so we're going to flow into the warm-up. So the warm-up will take about 5 minutes. And we always do a warm-up before we go into Kundalini Kriyas to get the energy moving throughout the body, get the heat going, and also to get the energy moving around the center that we want to work with, which today is the heart center. So for the warm-up, I'll be focusing on the upper body. Okay, lovely. So we're going to start with some Sufi grinds. So Sufi grinds are big hip movements which look like this. So we're fully rotating the spine around from the front to the back, and we're going to inhale on the front and we're going to exhale on the back. We're keeping the head facing forward, we're not lifting it up or down. We're keeping the hands on the knees, and with this one we want to keep our eyes closed. And on the front movement we want to mentally chant Sat, and on the back we want to chant Nam. And Satnaam is the mantra for truth is my essence. Okay, so we're going to do this for a minute. Halfway through, we will swap to the other side. So we're going to start with an anti-clockwise movement, going around to the left. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, lovely. Now, the other direction, so clockwise. Remembering to draw those circles nice and big. Feeling the spine flex more with each circle. Beautiful. Now coming back to center. Breath returns to normal. Flowing into the next warm-up, which is the Spinal Flex. So the Spinal Flex looks like this. We have our hands gripped on our ankles. We're sitting in easy pose and we're going forward, bringing the chest forward, and then we are hunching the chest back. So it's forward, back. We're keeping the head facing straight. We're not lifting it up or down. And on the inhale, we're going forward. On the exhale, we're going back. So it looks just like this. And we're going to do this for 1 minute. We're going to keep our eyes closed. And on the front flex, we're going to mentally chant Sat. And on the back, we're going to mentally chant Nam. With this one, keeping the eyes closed, but rolling the eyes in and to center. So we're focusing on the third eye point right here. And when we do this, this is gently massaging the third eye center, which is connecting us more with consciousness. So let's begin. We're going to do this for 1 minute. Beautiful. So coming back to center, hands come back to the knees, taking a small moment here, letting that energy integrate and go where it needs to go. Okay, so last warm-up exercise is the spinal twist. So we have our 4 fingers on the front of our shoulder. We have the thumbs resting on the back and our elbows are pointing straight out. Arms are parallel to the floor and we're going to twist like so. Left, right, left, right. The head you're allowing to just move with the chest. We're not consciously moving the head, we're just letting the head go with the flow. Okay, we're going to inhale on the left and we're going to exhale on the right. Keeping the eyes closed, eyes rolled in and up to the third eye center. Let's begin. Okay, deep inhale, coming back to center and hold this inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release, bringing the arms down, back to the knees. Taking a small moment here for yourself. connecting with the body, the prana moving through, bringing awareness to the heart center. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to start flowing into the Kriya now, which is where all the magic happens. Okay, let's give the legs a little shake. Giving the arms a little shake. Okay, now we're going to come into standing pose. Okay, so in standing, bringing the hands to prayer pose. For this one, we are going to be doing a breath of fire. Now, this is a very powerful breath. So for this one, I would advise anyone who is menstruating to not actually do this breath of fire, but instead to take deep, long breaths. Okay, so bringing the hands into prayer pose. We're going to begin a steady breath of fire. So breath of fire is a rapid pumping breath. It uses the energy around the navel, which is this area around the belly button. We use only the nostrils. We keep the mouth closed. Now this breath is a little more passive and relaxed on the inhale, and we put a bit more force on the exhale. And it's very fast. When we exhale, we feel the navel coming towards the spine. So it looks like this. We're going to do this one for 3 minutes. We're going to keep our eyes closed. We're using only the nostrils. We're going to roll our eyes in and up towards third eye point. Okay, so let's begin. Hands in prayer pose, spine nice and straight, and let's begin. Okay, we're more than halfway through. Keep going, you're doing great. Just a few more seconds to go. Just a little bit more to go, you're almost there. Okay, now take a deep inhale through the nose and hold that breath, suspend. Imagine the energy moving from the base of the spine all the way up to the crown. And release. Bringing the arms down. Beautiful. And just take a moment to just stand with the eyes closed and feel that energy. Let it go wherever it needs to go. Ah, lovely, beautiful. So flowing into the next Kriya. This one is punching arms. So we're going to bring our hands into fists at our sides. Elbows are going to be drawn back like so. We're going to have the spine nice and straight. We're going to make alternating punches like so. Arms coming out straight and then back. With each punch, we are exhaling into a breath of fire. So again, if you're menstruating, you can do this, but instead just taking normal breaths. Okay. Okay, so it's gonna look like this. And we're gonna keep our eyes closed. Okay, so it's gonna look like this. We're going to keep our eyes closed. We're going to keep our eyes closed. We're going to keep our eyes closed. Eyes rolled in and up towards the third eye point. Okay, we're going to do this for 3 minutes. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, you're more than halfway through. And deep inhale, bring in the hands back, fists to side, elbows drawn back, hold the breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, bring in the hands back, Bringing the elbows back, fists to the side. Okay, and I want you to suspend that breath. And we're gonna pull in Mula Bandh. Contract the anal muscles, bringing that contraction into the navel. The navel draws towards the spine, and contracting the lower abdominal muscles. Keeping the breath in. Now imagine that energy in the base of the spine, rising all the way up to the crown. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Oh, let that all go. Let that all go. And give yourself a little shake there. Oh, and relax. Okay. And just have a little moment here, keeping the eyes closed. Let that energy freely move wherever it needs to go. Beautiful. Okay, flowing into the next exercise. This is one of my favorites, which is arm circles. So it looks like this. Okay, now this is brilliant because this is really boosting the magnetic field. This is really expanding the heart energy out. Almost imagine that you are just clearing any blocks here. You're pushing them all away. So we're pushing out all the blocks, keeping the spine straight. We don't want to be moving the spine forward. We want to be keeping the spine nice and straight, legs strong. We're going to keep our eyes closed, rolling the eyes in and up to the third eye point. We're going to mentally chant Sat on the up movement and mentally chant Nam on the down. So it's like Satnaam, Satnaam. Okay, we're going to do this for 2 minutes and let's begin. Okay, you're more than halfway through. Okay, now on the last drop, bring in the hands all the way up. Inhale, hands and arms come up straight above the head and hold that breath. Three, 2, 1, and release. Let that go. Taking a small moment here. Beautiful. Okay, now coming back down into easy pose, getting into our next exercise, which is pumping hands. Now this is a great one for grounding that energy that we've been working with. So what we're doing here is we have our fingers interlaced like so. We have our thumb tips touching together like this. So we're going to have our elbows pointed out, arms parallel to the floor. The hands are about 6 inches away from the chest. And we're going to bring the hands up to the throat level, and then we're going to pump them down to the navel. So up and down. Inhale on the up, exhale on the down. We're going to have our eyes closed, chanting mentally Sat on the inhale, Nam on the exhale. I'm going to do this for 2 minutes. So let's begin. Okay, now we're going to inhale, bringing the hands to the heart level, suspending the breath, hold. Imagine that energy rising all the way up to the crown. 3, 2, 1, and let go. Bringing the hands down to the knees. Stretching out any areas that feel tight. And just take a moment there. Letting all that energy integrate. Beautiful. So we're nearing the end of the session, and we're going to finish with a mantra, Ma. So it's time to wind down and start easing in to more relaxation. So with this mantra, we're going to sit into easy pose. Spine is nice and straight. We're going to bring our arms in. Elbows are touching the sides. Palms facing up. And we're going to use this mantra where we touch the tips of the thumbs to each fingertip in an orderly movement, starting with the index finger going around to the little finger. With each touch, we're going to mentally chant Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. So we're going to chant this mentally, keeping our eyes, actually for this one, we're keeping our eyes half open. So it's almost like a soft gaze. Just imagine that you're looking out to the horizon. And we're going to do this for 2 minutes. Okay, so let's begin. You're more than halfway through now. Just a little bit more to go. Okay, deep inhale. Hands come back to normal. Palms, all fingers facing up. And just take a moment here. Just be with the breath. Okay, lovely. So now flowing into a relaxation, which we'll do for 5 minutes. So I encourage you, if you have a blanket, this will be really, really nice and cozy. So I have my blanket here, so I'm going to get nice and cozy under it as well. And this part of the session is about fully integrating all the energy that we've just worked in the body, fully surrendering into relaxation and just allowing the body to rest and absorb all of that divine wisdom and energy we've just worked with. So give yourself permission to fully lean into this relaxation. And now we're going to start bringing the awareness back to the body and back to the room. Giving your arms a big stretch and giving the toes a wiggle. Slowly bringing your awareness back to the room, giving your fingers a wiggle, getting connected with the body, rubbing the feet and the palms together. Bringing the knees into the chest, hugging them tight, and gently rolling over into a nice fetal pose. And just take some moments here. And we're going to slowly, gently lift up and come back around into easy pose. So, coming into closing of the session, bringing the hands to prayer, closing the eyes here, bringing your awareness to the energy of the heart, the most beautiful organ, keeping us alive, connecting us with love. Thanking this organ for everything it does for us. And we're going to take a deep inhale through the nose. And exhale. And now we're going to close with a beautiful song. Followed by a mantra, Satnaam, which means truth is my essence. And you can enjoy this song, or if you know this song, you can sing along with me. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. And guide your way on. Satnam. Thank you, beautiful souls, for joining me in this practice. It was such a pleasure to be of service, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Satnam.